Well, hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Jeff Hooks. I want to welcome you to our VNI Quick Start training for this Saturday, January 12th, 2019. Very, very excited to be coming to you from our first annual Envoy experience here in Paradise. We're actually coming at you live from the Grand Hyatt Bahamas, a five-star resort in Nassau, Bahamas, oceanfront resort. We're here for our very first Envoy experience, and so I want to welcome, whether you're listening to this Quick Start training live or via recording, I want to welcome all of you, our leaders, our emerging leaders, and in some cases, some of the newest partners in the world of VNI. We want to welcome you. This is a training that we do live every single Saturday. And by the way, folks, if you're ever having challenges, just from one of the chats that just came in, you might want to reboot your computer. The challenge is not the platform. The challenge is not, it's always the internet potentially from your particular location. So if you're having challenges, just hit reboot and join us again. But it's not the platform. Everybody's hearing perfectly. So again, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you've got a pen and paper. We've got just a very special call lined up for you, a very special event lined up. We do this event live every single Saturday. And there's a couple fundamentals I want to jump into right before we go to our featured speakers for today's training. And a couple things that we talk about. And if you're brand new, this will be the first time you've heard this more than likely, unless your upline success coach has already trained you on this. But two of the key principles for success with your VNI business is, number one, stay plugged in. Stay plugged in, just like you're doing right now, plugging into this Quick Start training Zoom presentation that we do live. We always consistently incorporate many of our top leaders that coach and train. We will always only put leaders in front of you and your team that are walking the talk, that are building their business, that are having success. We're never going to talk about unproven ideas. It's always going to be proven principles. And that's one of the beautiful things about this business. It's paint by the numbers. In other words, we know what works. We know what doesn't work. The leadership team, we've made the mistakes, and we can help you eliminate those mistakes. We can help you accelerate through the learning curve of your VNI business and get profitable quickly, because you don't have to make those same mistakes. Another way to say the same thing is to put it this way. We, by the grace of God, we've invented the wheel. We know what works. We're a 5-year-old company. We're doing millions and millions of dollars of sales every year. We've done well over 10 million in aggregate sales since our launch, and we're just getting started. We've got customers and partners all over the United States and Canada. And so you don't have to invent the wheel. We'll just teach you how to roll it. And it's much easier to learn how to roll the wheel that's already been invented. So you don't have to bounce around in the dark, try to figure this thing out, try to test all these different fancy ideas. This is a business that's more about being coachable and executing on a proven game plan, as opposed to thinking out of the box and figuring out new ways to do it. And that's a real important thing. So stay plugged in, and staying plugged in is one of the key principles to success. Don't be an island. And we're at an island. Don't be an island. Don't be an island unless you're on vacation, unless you're on an Envoy incentive trip like we are right now. And we want you here next year. We're going to talk more about that as we go through. But don't be an island. Plug in. Recognize it's a team sport. None of us is as good as all of us, and we learn from each other. So stay plugged into the Zoom events that are done every Thursday night and every Saturday. Stay plugged into the monthly conference call schedule. Stay plugged into the back office. Stay plugged into the news feed in the partner side of your website with all the updates. Stay plugged in to your upline success coaches and the conference calls and the trainings and the meetings that they're doing. Stay plugged in. That's number one. Number two, do something positive every day to build and grow your VNI business. That could be as simple as sharing Protovite with a new person today. That's the most, at the end of the day, sharing the product, sharing the business with new people, that's the key to the vault. That's what we do every day that makes an impact. It could be a return phone call. It could be a follow-up with someone you've already shared the products with or already shared the business with. But that consistency is what creates momentum in your V&I business. Do a little bit. It's that incremental progress. And folks, that's one more statement I want to share with you. It's about progress, not perfection. So what we mean by that, I'm sorry the light keeps fading. The sun's going in and out behind clouds here. I'll show you that in just a second. But it's that consistency that creates momentum, and it's baby steps. It's one step at a time. And we've shared this on some previous leadership calls many times, and I'll speak of my own experience. Many times we overestimate what we can accomplish in 30 days, but we significantly underestimate what we can accomplish in 3 years. And so if you'll focus on progress, not perfection, if you'll focus on staying plugged in and doing something positive every day to grow your V&I business. Folks, we're not talking about, getting in your back office and managing reports. We're talking about doing something positive to grow your business, sharing the product, sharing the business with a new person, having a follow-up call or a 3-way call with one of your upline success coaches, plugging somebody into the Thursday night Zoom presentation, our overview presentation, forwarding somebody the recording. Folks, those recordings are available. The presentation that our founder and CEO, Bill Downs, and I did 2 weeks ago, folks, that you've got a presentation now that can be working for you 24/7. You can make 10 calls today, forward out that presentation, and have the founder and CEO and president of the company doing individual presentations for your contacts the rest of the day while you're spending time with family. That's called working smart. That's using the tools that the company's made available. And we'll talk more about that. But that's just, again, those two things. Stay plugged in, do something positive every day. That consistency creates momentum, and momentum is sustained through consistency. So at the end of the day, folks, we're building, and what we're going to help you do is build a distribution business, taking these amazing products to market, taking these amazing science-based products, there we go, to market in the U.S. and Canada and around the world as we move forward. And so it's about sharing and caring. That's where you really want to focus. And so I want to make a statement before I turn the call over to our esteemed Envoy leaders, our number one income earners in the entire world of V&I. I want to make a statement. I hope you'll write this down. Victory Nutrition International is a safe harbor for your dreams. I'm going to say that one more time. Victory Nutrition International is a safe harbor for your dreams. As we set the sails, as we move forward into the brand new year, 2019 and beyond, it's January. We're still not even halfway through the month. We're just getting started in the new year. We're just getting ramped up in the new month. And I want you to understand, and we want you to understand, this is a safe place for you to dream again. The goals that you have for yourself and your family, perhaps for your children, for your retirement, for your grandchildren, those goals, this is a safe place to plant a flag and build a business. This is a safe place to engage in our mission of assisting people in becoming beacons of health, hope, and abundance. This is a safe place. And I want to, if you'll stick with the visual here, I want you to look over my shoulder. Bear with me because I'm backing up. If you look over where I'm trying to avoid the sun, hold on a second. Bear with me. Let's see here. I want to try to get an angle where the sun's not going to block you. Come on. Let me go lower. Boy, that sun's so bright, which is a good problem to have. If you'll look, and if I get it too straight, the sun's going to block. But over my right shoulder, I can get you a better view. You see that harbor? You see that beautiful blue water? This is a 5-star resort for the Envoy experience, and we want you here next year. But do you see that harbor? A harbor is a safe place from the sea where boats come in, and unless it's a hurricane, it's a safe place to have, to have your boat, to park your boat, for lack of a better description. It's a safe place. And what we want you to understand is V&I, with our 5-year track record, we have a foundation in place, folks. We're financially solid. We've got the most amazing science-based wellness products on the planet. This is a safe place for you to plant a flag. We've got a proven leadership team that's going to help you every step of the way. We've got a corporate team and founders that stay up at night. They work all day. Literally, we're talking 7 days a week in many cases to make your job easier, to help you grow your business, to help you expand your customer base. This is a safe harbor for you to dream again. It's a safe harbor for you to plant a flag and say, all right, depending on the size of your goals, I'm going to take the next few years and I'm going to build some financial freedom for my family. I'm going to get out of debt. I'm going to take these wellness products. Folks, we were at brunch today. Ed and Gina Bender, my sweetheart, myself, and our founders, Bill and Kim Downs. We were at brunch, and an email came in to info at vni.life and at our customer care department. And Kim popped it, looked at it, and shared it with us. And it was from a customer that has been on the product for just a couple of weeks. And they just sent an email to customer care and said, thank you. They said after 4 days on the product, it was a husband and wife, I believe, they said that they're feeling better. And they went on and on and on, and they just increased their subscription, and they're getting their entire family on the products. And they just literally out of the blue, the products are making such an impact in their life that they sent an email to customer care and said, thank you. Folks, that's what we have in front of us. This is a safe harbor for you to dream again. And so, as you know, we're on our Envoy incentive trip, our first annual Envoy incentive trip. And I want to invite Ed and Gina. Y'all can go ahead and turn your video on here as I make the introduction. Ed and Gina Bender, as you know, have been with the company since the very beginning. They're the top income earners. The reason they are the top income earners is not for any reason other than they are committed to helping people bless people financially with this business and physically with these products. They are available. They work consistently, tirelessly, night and day in helping people. And as a result, they're on this Envoy trip, all expense paid, dream vacation to paradise. There's a winter storm warning where we're from in the North Carolina area. And what Ed and Gina have to worry about today is putting enough sunblock on because it's going to be 80 degrees. So Ed and Gina, I'm going to turn the call over to you. Again, congratulations on leading the way for many to follow after you for this first annual Envoy incentive trip, the Envoy experience. Take it away. I'm so excited. I've got pen and paper, and I look forward to learning from you today.
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay, well, thank you, Jeff. We are so excited about this trip. I mean, it has just been a dream trip. And first of all, Jeff, can you see us okay?
We can see you great. We can see you great. The sunshine is blocking all that blue water. This is right out of their room, their suite, oceanfront suite. But the sun is so bright. It's a good problem to have, but we can see you great. So
okay, all right, super.
Can you see it better now?
Yeah, we're trying to get it to where you can see the water for a second. Just
what? Keep trying because it's okay. We're going to be casual here, but it's we can see the railing and what I know is pristine blue water is bright sunshine. So that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, well, we're really excited to be here, and what would have made this trip a lot better if we had about 50 of our leaders here with us on this trip. So next year, we want to see many faces here with us. I know, Jeff, since you've come on board, you've got a lot of things accomplished, and we have so much more to look forward to in the coming weeks and months. And it's only getting better, and there will be many more people that will be able to come next year if you do the basics, if you do what Jeff says, plug in, treat this like a business, do things every day. We're from the old school, Ed and I. We've always believed in, working with the warm market, putting together the list, making those contacts on a daily basis. But not only your contacts, you want to get to the people that you're working with and help them, with their friends and their family and their associates. We want to take away all the excuses. We have leaders in the business that don't have computers that are building it. One of our Amish leaders that I love dearly called me over the last week, and we put 2 people on board. And so we just want you to know we are here. Jeff, Bill, and Kim, the corporate team, we believe we've got the best customer care out there. You know, we've been doing this a long time, and as Jeff mentioned, we've all did it wrong. Our job's to help you shorten your learning curve and to do it right. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. Do the basics and make those contacts on a daily basis. Learn to use your sponsor and your upline and do those three-way calls. And we'll close the people for you. We'll teach you how to make the calls. It's really easy. Well, they say it's easy to do. It's easy not to do. We want it to be easy to do for you because your belief has to be there. Do whatever you need to do to build your belief level. You know, when I got started, you know, many years ago, I was what they call ignorance on fire. And I'd rather you be ignorance on fire, believing in Bill, believing in Jeff, believing in us, believing in the products, believing in the company, and trusting us, because this business is about trust. This is a safe harbor. That's why we're here. That's why Jeff's here. Why Bill and Kim launched this company 5 years ago. We've been around long enough that we've all, you know, we've had our successes, we've had our failures in the industry, and this time we all want to do it the correct way. We want to leave a legacy for our children, our grandchildren, and we want a company that you will be proud of, that you won't have to look left or right. You'll be able to draw that line in the sand, no pun intended, and, you know, say, this is my company. This is what I want to be able to build and be proud of. So, you know, we love you guys. The only thing that could have been better is if you were here with us. And Jeff, I want to take just a second, and I'm hoping this is going to work, but we did a little video yesterday, and it's so cute. You know, this property is the most, I just can't explain it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You mentioned it's a 5-star. I mean, to me, it's a 10-star. This is the most gorgeous room. I told Bill and Kim, I said, we could absolutely live here. The only thing different is I'd like to have a little bigger closet, and I would live here the rest of my life. For those who know me, they know I love to shop. And, you know, so when you love to shop, you tend to collect a little more in the clothes department than you need. But the property is beyond beautiful. And one of the things that we enjoyed on the property yesterday is there was an area where they had all these gorgeous flamingos. I'm going to show you this little video. It's not probably 5 or 10 seconds, but I'm hoping you can see how cute these birds are. So let me pull this up real quick and I'll share it with you.
You're not getting me excited.
Oops, hold on. That was one of our leaders. Okay, so let me show it one more time since it popped up. Oh, good. We have leaders popping in that like the video. But see, that's just one of the beautiful things here on the island that we've been able to experience. The other thing I want to mention too is the food here is fantastic. We ate at a French cafe. The bread was phenomenal. The food is beyond anything that we've experienced in any resort or hotel that I've stayed in. And Ed, what do you think?
Well, Gina asked me just before the call, do you want to talk first or do you want to talk second? I guess there was a reason why. You know, this is the reason we're here, folks, and we got this with us. Why do we have this with us in the Bahamas? The Bahamas is a great place, but we have more business going on in Canada, in the U.S., and I'm looking for somebody in the U.S. to bless them with this product and bless them with the information. I haven't found the right person yet, but when I do, this will not come back to the States with us. And I want to show you in the background, if I can, one more time.
You can stand up and carry it over there.
I'm going to try just to kind of panoramically show you my bald head. And there you go. I think I got a pretty good shot of our view out of our window. Can everybody see that? It is a phenomenal place to be. Gina, please take a photo. Just a phenomenal place to be. We're having a lot of fun. We're getting a lot of good information. We're so excited about what's going on. But as Gina said, if there's anything that makes me sad about this trip is the fact that you're not here with us. I want more people here with us. I do not want it just to be the Ed and Ginas of the world that get here. And you're all capable of doing it. If we're not special. Everybody that knows us knows we've got high school educations. We're not particularly polished. We come from the school of hard knocks. We just work hard every day. Every day we are engaging with people, trying to find people that are looking for us. And it's that simple. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, as Jeff said. We were talking with Jeff on the way up here in the elevator, and I said, Jeff, when we first started, all we had was a live blood cell video that we've got still to this day. And that's what we used. We didn't have training tools. We didn't have massive amounts of videos. And we've got plenty of things out there right now to do things with. But we didn't have any of that in the beginning. All we had was one video and our word that the product would work. And that was enough to get our volume up to where we needed to get it up.
Yeah, so as Jeff and Ed mentioned, don't wait for everything to be in place. We're always going to get better. Are we going to be perfect? No. There's always room for growth. I love the statement that that actually Jeff said it, build while. And we did that regardless, and you do that in business. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. There's going to be days that, you might get a little down. Things aren't going quite the way that you want them to go. But, call your sponsor or call your upline. If you're having, a bad day, call them. Let us encourage you and help you. We will answer the phone. And if you don't get us, you always leave a message. We've taken phone calls down here in the Bahamas. We've had probably 4 or 5 phone calls because, some people work and they forget and don't, maybe can't plug into one of the last calls and forget that we're on this trip. But we do talk to people while we're here. That's another reason that we love this business is because we can work anywhere. With modern technology, you can work. We've got a cell phone. We're on Verizon, so I love Verizon because we have a travel pass. So for $10 a day, we can use our phones anywhere in the world. And, we brought our laptop. We plugged in right here in the room. We didn't have to use our own cellular. We plugged right into the hotel, and we're able to do this presentation. And I know this is a trip where we could have said, hey, we want to take time off. We are taking time off. We're doing what we love. We absolutely eat, sleep, and breathe Victory Nutrition and enjoy talking to people. When we flew here on the airplane, we talked to the flight attendant and gave her our card. In fact, she was in another network marketing company, a skincare company, and said, yeah, I'd love to take a look at it and see what you guys are doing. So, just reach out to people. There are people out there hurting. There are people out there not only hurting physically, but they're hurting financially, probably a lot more hurting financially, that are looking for another way to create income, for their family. So we carry cards wherever we go. We carry the products. I keep, things in my purse. So I'm always ready. I always say, make sure you've got a pen, one of those little memo pads so you can get their information. And, the money's in the follow-up too, guys. So it doesn't do any good if you're going to go out there and talk to 10 people and then you don't follow up in the next 24 hours.
Or even if you get them in and then you don't follow up when their product hits the door. When their product hits the door, that's when the real work begins. You got to make sure they know how to open the bottle, take the product correctly. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into being successful in this business and retaining the people. But part of it, most of it, is just the connection you make with the people. Because as everybody knows, we're accessible. Jeff's accessible. Bill and Kim have certainly been accessible. And Bill's busy working on a lot of things that in the future you're going to just say, wow, this is phenomenal. But we got everything we need right now. I want to show you a little video too. Gina's doing her video thing. I just want to show you a video of the room that we're in.
These wellness products, folks. We were at brunch today.
Jeff was talking.
Gina Bender, my sweetheart, myself, and our
Jeff was talking to you.
We were at brunch, and an email came into info.
So it was just showing you the background, but that was when Jeff was doing his part of the presentation. So we've got lots of pictures we're going to share. We're going to put them on the team site when we get back. And I'm sure corporate is going to share more information with you. So I want you guys to build now. Build while things are being put in place.
And I'm just going to do the quick tutorial around the room just to let you see what it is. Because it's really, really, really a nice place. I mean, this is not...
You could just stand up to it and give them the view.
I got the view too. I think I got the view earlier when I did this. I think they really could see what's going on back there.
Yeah, we're on the 18th floor, so we're up kind of high.
If you don't want to be here, you don't need to be anywhere. I mean, this is really...
This is a place you don't want to leave. That's how beautiful it is here. It's 80 degrees. And, you know, we had such a good time. Yesterday, we went down to the beach and put our feet in the sand. Jeff actually took a little swim in the ocean, which was pretty cool. And I'm a little prone to cold, and I don't like cold water. Even though the water was probably 75 or 80 degrees, Jeff actually dove in and stayed out there for a little while.
Let me show you how a boom boy does it. He's used to crease up and boom, but you're extremely cold. And he just jumped in the water. And the water's warm, by the way. It's not like it's 30 degrees. It's probably 75 degrees. But if you're sitting in 80-degree weather, you know, 75 is a little bit chillier than that. So.
Yeah, and we were able to go to a golf club last night. We had a wonderful dinner, and we had so much fun. We were waiting on the bus to come back and pick us up and bring us back to the hotel. And
so you know me, there's 2 golf carts sitting in the front. I said, that place isn't that far. We can make it on the golf. So I'm sitting in the golf carts trying to start the things to get us to go back to the motel that we were staying at from the golf club. And the guy says, do you want me to drive you back over there? And I said, sure. So they took 2 golf carts, big golf carts, put 6 of us in it and carried us back to the hotel.
So we really got to see.
Yeah, it's a really neat way to get back to the hotel. But that's how it is here on the island. It's just.
And, you know, Jeff and, I mean, everybody, Jeff, Bill, and Kim have just been super.
I tried to pay for a cup of coffee yesterday when we were at one of the places just to show Bill that I appreciated what he was doing. He said, put your money away. He said, this is an all expense paid trip. You're not paying for anything. And then he took us down to the concierge thing. We're staying 1 extra day. And he made sure the concierge knew that we had reservations. And he said, put anything you want on the room card. So I said, well, does that include the Rolex watch that I've seen down there?
No, that doesn't include the Rolex.
He did draw a line there. He said, no, you can't put a Rolex on the room. But
that's another thing. The stores here, the shopping that are here on the property is just unbelievable. There's Tiffany's, there's Rolex, there's Cartier. There's some names I'm not even familiar with. So it's just
been a blast.
It's very high class here. So.
Jeff, we're going to turn it back over to you.
Listen, y'all stay there because I'm going to come back to you. So here's something I want to share. This is beautiful. And keep in mind, folks, what Ed and Gina have both said, and what I can promise you is in my heart, and Bill and Kim Downs, and all of you in the future will meet Sarah as Ed and Gina have gotten to be really good friends. I mean, we're family. And you, wherever you are in the U.S. and Canada listening to this Quick Start training, you are a very, very important part of the VNI family, and you're a very important part of our collective futures. We're on a mission. We say it every week. We're looking for missionaries, not mercenaries. We need help to get these products to the world. And we need leadership to build teams to get these products out in the world. These products are worthy of your focus. This company is worthy of your focus. And so, Ed and Gina have said it multiple times. We want you and your team here with us next year. And I want to share with you, this is just one of the leadership concepts that Ed and Gina have mastered. And many of you are in the process of mastering, is the idea of delayed gratification. Pay now, play later. The reason Ed and Gina are deserving and experiencing this Envoy experience, the first annual Envoy incentive trip, is because they've been paying the price. They've been working while others didn't feel like working. We're sitting on the couch. They've been doing phone calls when they didn't feel like it. They've been supporting their team. And that's the type of commitment and passion. That's leadership, folks. And you can do this. That not only can you do this, we will help. Ed and Gina will help. Ken Nasmith will help. The leadership team will help. Michael Saletti will help. Everyone, Dave Stolzfus, I don't want to leave anybody out. Cynthia Sauer will help. Lisa Turner will help. On and on and on. Donna Mara will help. Well, the team will help. We're all in this together. And I want you to understand that this Envoy incentive trip, it's the first annual. We want you, Ed and Gina want you here next January. Set a goal, but then be willing to pay the price. Be willing to work when you don't feel like it. Be willing to make some phone calls when you got a little bit of a cold. Ed and Gina will tell you, look, life gets in the way sometimes. We all, even with these amazing products, sometimes you have health challenges. Sometimes you have sickness. Sometimes you have illness. Sometimes you have family challenges. But when you're committed to a mission that is as important as Victory Nutrition's mission, then you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay now, play later. And so the reason we want to give you these details, and this is the beauty. Think about this. I'm going to share with you something. As you learn more of the details of the Envoy trip, the bottom line is go Envoy this year, and you will qualify 1 month as an Envoy, and you're on the Envoy experience next in January of 2020. That's all you got to know right now. Now, also, you can requalify. Ed and Gina are going to be on next year's trip. And one of the things that you're going to learn over the next several months and beyond is when you have ambassador volume in your sponsorship legs, you're going to learn more about that. When you've created from your own network, your own team, ambassador or above volume, then the Envoy experience, you're going to get upgraded to first class. Ed and Gina flew out here first class, folks. First class. The plane was packed, but it wasn't packed where Ed and Gina were. There were empty seats in the first class cabin for an international flight. And what I want to share with you is most people, not leaders in V&I, and certainly not Ed and Gina, most people, they're just beginning their trip. All right, they're first class. They're serving drinks. They're serving warm nuts. They're taking orders. They're hanging up coats because it was 27, 28 degrees when Ed and Gina flew out of Charlotte. And literally, I kid you not, within 30 minutes of maybe an hour of the flight taking off, Ed and Gina were in a very relaxed, natural conversation with the flight attendant in the first class cabin, talking to her about V&I. Folks, and I'm going to toss it back to you, Ed and Gina, but think about that. They don't, Ed and I wish I had a hat. Ed and Gina don't put on their V&I hat for 30 minutes at night and then take it off. They just live it. It's organic. And it will be. It might not be that way if you're brand new right now, but it will be if you stay plugged in and do something positive every day. It's going to be part of your DNA. You're going to see so many people blessed with these products like Ed and Gina see. You're going to see so many people blessed with this business, getting out of debt, supplementing retirement, taking care of children and grandchildren's education. Your belief level and your conviction is going to go up like Ed and Gina's. And then you can't help but talk about V&I. And so go Envoy, but folks recognize once you go Envoy, if it's your dream, go ambassador. Go crown ambassador, because folks, I promise you, Bill and Kim and I, we've set a budget together where as you spread your wings and soar, you're not going to outgrow the company. As you're blessing the V&I family, the company's going to take care of you. I promise you. And just like Ed said, Ed and Gina, Bill and Kim are not allowing, we're not allowing them to pay for anything. And that includes a stretch limo from the airport to the 5-star resort. So Ed and Gina, I want to toss it back to you. Any words of encouragement, just as you always do, speak from the heart and bring it home for us.
You know, the limo was nice. It really was nice. And we had a lot of fun in the limo, and we've got video of that. And we'll be showing people the video of that. I'm sure that's going to come out here shortly. I'm sure the company's already working on videos. But, the fun of it was last night. Really, the golf cart ride was just as much fun as the limo. It was just a blast to be able to relax, take a limo. They had just had the golf club that we had, they had some type of reception there, a wedding reception or something. They had a bunch of leftover cookies and stuff. And we were walking out the door, and she said, "We're going to throw these away. Would you like them?" So we got boxes of cookies and everything, riding in a golf cart back to our room. I mean, it was just,
it's the memories that we're making.
Yes.
And that's the memories that we want you to be able to make next year.
We want more of you.
Yeah,
more of you.
exactly.
A lot of you.
Yeah. I mean, this is a dream trip. It's more than worth working for. I mean, and it's not over yet.
No, yeah, we've still got some days here, but Gina was saying to me, and I said on one of the calls we did a couple Saturdays ago, about 27 people. The last time we come, we brought 27 leaders, and I wanted to break that record. She said, don't throw that out there so easily, and I said, why, baby? I said, we got Jeff Hooks, we got Bill Downs, we got world-class products. We have got enough in our hands right this minute to take 27 leaders or beyond to this place. And I truly believe that in my heart. It's not just empty words coming from somebody sitting in an Eiffel Tower. We're real people. We believe in taking our leaders with us. I am sad that we don't have more leaders here. I'm happy we're here, but I'm sad we don't have more with us. Next year, I want to have a boatload of people. I want to have a truck, just bring them all. I want everybody to hit Envoy. And we truly do want you to hit Envoy. If you've been around us at all, Gina and I are not about holding anybody back. We're about keeping you going in the right direction where you need to go and doing it the right way to get your goals accomplished. If you're not getting your goals accomplished, it's not because we didn't help you, because we will meet you halfway. Now, I won't do it for you, but I'll definitely show you how, and I'll definitely meet you 50%. And anybody knows, Gina knows that she'll meet you even more than 50%. She'll just say, send me the person on the phone. You don't even have to be on the phone. I'll call the person for you.
No, they call me.
Yeah, well, they do call you.
Yeah, they call me. I tell the people, hey, if you can't be on the call, which I do believe you should be, but there are sometimes some challenges where you might not be. And so like one of the calls with Lydia last week, one of her ladies called me and reached out to me, and I talked to her and, closed her, got a product ordered, questions answered, put her on an auto ship for $195. So it's not hard. So many people are afraid to ask for the order. I'm not afraid to ask for it. And it just comes natural to me. So we all have gifts and talents that, the good Lord has given us. And that's why we work together as a family and as a team. And if you'll do that and not be that, the man standing out there by himself on the island, then you will be successful, because nobody gets to the top by themselves.
And we had Gina was on the phone the other day, and I got to tell this story. She was on the phone the other day, and she was figuring up the order at the end of the call, and she said that'll be, I think it was $1,031.
It was $1,040 auto ship monthly subscription.
But that was what I was getting to. It was an auto ship monthly subscription for $1,040. I mean, and Gina was like, we do this every day. It really isn't that big a deal. And we don't get.
And it was the first order, so the sponsor was very grateful.
Yeah, think of a 30% of $1,040 order. I mean, that's a pretty good check coming to that individual that talked to that person. And they probably got their check in their hand right now, because this was last week. We pay weekly. I mean, weekly.
Yes.
And it's true that I've seen companies say, well, we pay weekly also. And I say, yeah, very weekly. And this company truly pays you weekly. So,
yes. And, again, make that list and work your list. As Jeff said, get the videos out, because the Bill does it for you. If you use the videos, and I'm a strong believer in using them and looking for interested people. I always say I'm not trying to get people interested, but it's numbers too. And I like to share this. I tell, new people also that, if you're getting involved and you really seriously need to make extra money, write down some goals, treat this like a business, make the list. If I was hiring you to work for me and I was an insurance agent and I owned the business, I would ask you to, make a list of your friends and family, and I would go out with you and teach you the business. We basically do the same thing, whether it's real estate, they're out there networking. They do network marketing every day. Insurance agents do it.
Real estate.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of things out there that are absolutely relationship marketing, and that's all we do. I mean,
and it is about building the relationships. There are many tools that you can use to build the business, and some tools work better than others, but the working in the warm market is by far the best way to build the business. But if you do bring someone in through, let's say, a newspaper ad or a magazine ad, or, someone finds you on the internet, don't just, as I say, throw mud against the wall and say, wow, I just made 30% on that product order. Pick up the phone and reach out to them and call them and let them know who you are. Let them know that you care about them. Encourage them to contact you when their supplements come in, and reach back out to them and build the relationship, because the sale is just where it starts. And if you'll do that and you'll really love on the people and care about them and be sincere, you will build a long-term residual business. Have people say, well, how much money can I make if I've got, so many people in the business? There's variables to that. It just depends on, what are you willing to do to go out there and build your business? It takes a while to build long-term residual income. It's not going to come in the first 3 months of your business. You can certainly build it in, 6 to 12 months and have some really good residual income starting. But again, it depends on you and you working with your team, not trying to do this all by yourself.
A lot of people work 20, 30 years to get a gold watch and try to live on, a third of what they were making, before that. And the truth of the matter is, I can truly right now, and I can't borrow a Rolex every month, but I can buy me a new gold watch every single month that goes by in B&I on the residual that we're making, and still pay our bills and still live and still do the things we need to do. And, we did that in a very short period of time. 5 years is what we've been involved with the company. 5 years, you could set yourself financially free. And that's just the beginning. It may be in the next year that if I wanted a Rolex watch every month, I could buy me a Rolex watch, a gold watch every month. And most people work jobs for 20, 30 years to get a gold watch and a very small pension. Our pension is going up. I tell people, and I joke around about it, but we live on fixed income. We just fixed it higher than most people. It really is a fixed income, but it's fixed pretty good. Yeah, we like the way it is.
But I guess the key for Edme is we've always had the desire, and we've always, we always love people. And so that makes it easy for us. So that's why we don't mind helping you, talk to your prospects and help you, close, because we're doing this again together as a team. And I just can't stress it enough. You've got to reach out, to your sponsor, to your upline. If you don't know who they are, please contact our customer care. If you're brand new, the customer care number is 215-256-1486. They're open Monday through Friday from 9 in the morning to 6 in the evening. My number is area code 336-918-7593. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, so I'm on the East Coast, and, feel free to reach out to us.
And it's okay to live on fixed income as long as you fix it high enough to live on.
Hey, I'll even put this challenge out to you, and I'm here in the Bahamas, okay? And I'm enjoying my time, but I'm still working. I'm still here looking for those what I call diamonds in the rough, those people that are looking for us to make a difference. If you reach out to anybody this weekend and you need a 3-way call, you call me and I will do a 3-way call with you. And thank goodness for modern technology, because I can tell you, and Jeff remembers these days, and Ed too, 20 years ago, we'd have $300, $400, $500 a month phone bills. So we want to take away the excuses and make it easy for you, because it's much easier now to build than it was 10, 20 years ago with the technology.
When we first started, we had our phone bill delivered. It wasn't delivered in a fold-up thing, and it wasn't delivered electronically. It used to have to be sandwiched between 2 pieces of cardboard. Jeff, I'm sure you can relate. And I've seen $3,000 a month phone bills. Folks, it's so much easier today to do what we need done. I mean, you can do everything you want on your smartphone. I mean, it's just Jeff laughing because I know.
You just reminded me of something. This is beautiful. I want y'all to wrap it up, but you just reminded me of something I haven't thought of. Just over 20 years ago, yeah. I was right down the street, and we can see it from your room, right, at the Atlantis Resort at a business conference in 1998. Mm-hmm. And this, y'all, again, now here's the message, everyone. Keep in mind what Ed and Gina were coaching us on, how much easier it is to build in today's environment. All right, so I was at the Atlantis on a business function. I had to do a business call back to the mainland. And it was about an hour call. When I checked out a couple days later, and I had no choice. I had to do the call from my room, my hotel room. That phone call was over $200. Mm-hmm. That business call that I made. Yeah. and there's no way out of it. Now we've got the flexibility to work where we want, when we want, with who we want. The sky's the limit, and the ability to stay connected, with video conferencing, with FaceTime. It is still, like you said, relationship marketing. It's still, even though we're always going to leverage technology as a company, we're all about people. Customers, partners, we build people, people build the business. And I want to make 3 things real quick, and I want y'all to wrap it up and be on, out on the beach. I know we're going to meet on the beach in just a little bit. Remember what we kind of opened with. Victory Nutrition International is a safe harbor for your dreams. Remember that, and dream again. Trust the fact that Ed and Gina and Bill and Kim Downs and yours truly and the leadership team, your sponsors, you can do this, and we're going to help you every step of the way. You're not in this by yourself. But as Ed said, and Gina, you've got to put forth the effort. Delayed gratification, pay now, play later. Be willing to make a couple calls today. Carpe diem, look at your contact list, update your contact list, make a couple invitation calls today to get the process moving forward. Stay plugged in, do something positive every day, and watch the compounding effect. Ed and Gina have a residual, and because people all over the U.S. and Canada are consuming these products every single day. And so as a result, their cash register, even when they're at Paradise, is ringing every single day. And we want that for you. That's what, keep in mind, folks, you know Ed and Gina. This is the heart of V&I. This is a team sport. And the reason we're spending so much time talking about this amazing Envoy experience is because, and I want you to look in my eyes, and I'm serious about this, you can do this. All you have to do right now is just embrace the reality that it's possible. You don't even have to actually believe that you can do it. Just accept the fact that, you know what? If Ed and Gina can do it, it's possible. It's possible. I can go Envoy this year. Don't think about all the reasons why you can't. Think about one reason why you can, and it's possible. And then go to work. Back that up with action. Just like Ed and Gina, delayed gratification, pay now, play later. And folks, you will be here. You'll be with us. It is absolutely possible. And guess what? If you don't make it this year, you'll make it next year. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And we'll help you every step of the way. So Ed and Gina, I'm gonna close out. I want you to finish with whatever closing thoughts, and I'll see y'all on the beach in a little bit.
Yeah, and all I want to say is a closing thought, and I'll let Gina close it up after that. But please, if you're going to call us here, call with somebody else on the line. Call for a three-way. We are enjoying ourselves. We do want to have fun for the next couple of days. Call us for business on Tuesday, but if you got a three-way call that you need to do, be sure to call us now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jeff talks about delayed gratification, but this company is different. You're going to be gratified every single day working with Victory Nutrition, because just as Jeff and shared with us and Kim shared that email at lunch, we see lives changed on a daily basis. When I do a three-way and I'm sharing with them about getting on a monthly subscription, I let them know that, hey, these supplements they are going to love. It's not going to take months for them to see a difference. They're going to feel it and see a difference in days and weeks. So, of course, if they can see it and they can feel it, they're going to want to stay on the products. We have customers and partners that have been with us since the very beginning when we, went through our pre-launch and our launch. So we have a very high retention rate with Victory Nutrition because the products just work. So with that, we will thank you all for joining in today.
Thank you, Jeff, for having us on.
Yeah, and thank you for this wonderful Envoy trip. And again, we look forward to seeing many of you with us again next year. So guys, have a blessed day, and we will see you and talk to you soon.
On Tuesday, unless you got a three-way call.
Need me.
See you later.
I'm there.
See you later.
I got my phone.
Bye.